In the glittering world of gold mining, where fortunes are carved from the very bones of the earth, one man's name shines brighter than most. Rick Ness, known far and wide for his uncanny ability to find gold. Rick has built a solid legacy etched permanently into the rugged history of the Klondike. But now Rick finds himself at an unexpected turning point, a pivotal moment capable of reshaping his entire future. Rick's season, anchored by hefty investments in state-of-the-art equipment and ambitious gold production goals, is hanging by a thread. Despite his relentless determination, the machinery has become a battleground, with each issue pulling him further from his goal. Amidst this turmoil, another challenge emerges, this time involving the very land he mines. Troy Taylor, the landowner of Duncan Creek, makes an unannounced visit. Rick, burdened by production pressures, immediately senses something significant in Taylor's unexpected presence. Without preamble, Taylor reveals a staggering proposition. He plans to sell Duncan Creek, the terms $250,000, equivalent to roughly 150 ounces of gold, as a down payment. Dad and I have been getting some inquiries into our property and hate to put the pressure on you, but we're ready to sell. We're hoping that you're confident enough to buy us out. The air grows thick with tension as Rick processes the gravity of this proposal. Owning the land beneath his feet, a dream long pursued, is now within reach, yet the financial implications loom large, threatening to overwhelm him. Faced with mounting pressures from machinery breakdowns and financial decisions, Rick turns instinctively toward family for support. Enter Rick's father, a steadfast figure whose mere presence brings renewed energy and hope. With winter approaching rapidly, the duo plunges into action. Rick's father, visibly impressed by the scale and complexity of the operation, eagerly offers his help. Their first challenge is monster red Rick's critical wash plant. Short-handed and under strain, Rick finds relief as his father rolls up his sleeves, stepping in seamlessly to manage operations and keep the plant running smoothly. As the daunting task of maintaining gold production presses on, father and son tackle each hurdle together, forging a bond stronger than steel. At Duncan Creek, Rick Ness finds himself knee in mechanical misfortune. A cracked hydraulic line in the critical 700 excavator threatens to bring operations to a screeching halt, but Rick isn't one to back down. With his father by his side, the duo roll up their sleeves and dig into the fix. Quite literally, tools clatter, welders spark, and the air hums with determination. So, well, I came up here to give you a hand, man, and I mean whatever you need me to do. Right, I'm here to help you, whatever you want. Well, yeah, there's plenty for you to do. Well, find me a machine or something, man. I'll jump right into her. All right. When the engine finally roars back to life, it's more than a machine revived. It's a symbol of grit, and grit alone. Yet the machinery battles are far from over. Despite investing millions into top-of-the-line technology, the returns remain stubbornly underwhelming. Equipment falters, deadlines loom. Rick, ever the realist, acknowledges the one thing no machine can replace: people. Skilled hands, fresh minds. A new solution is needed. Enter Torsten, a 20-year-old apprentice mechanic who answers Rick's desperate call for help. He's young, he's untested, but in the chaos of Klondike mining, Torsten quickly earns his stripes, tasked with assembling a multi-million $750 backhoe. The apprentice stuns the crew with his finesse, from attaching hydraulic systems to maneuvering through tough terrain. His performance is nothing short of extraordinary in a world ruled by experience. Torsten's precision proves that sometimes raw talent can turn the tide. Rick, re-energized by the spark this young mechanic brings, begins to believe that maybe, just maybe, the season isn't lost after all. As the dust from early setback settles, Rick finds his footing, only to be greeted by fresh uncertainty. Freddie, Juan and Chris manage a critical repair with clockwork efficiency, giving Rick's team their first big win of the season. 17,727 ounces of gold But just as quickly hope is tested again, the bacon strip, a promising site, yields nothing. Rick's instincts, however, tell him to return to the deep cut beneath the access road. He suspects gold is hiding. He's right. A calculated flood, followed by a brutal dig, brings in 12,686 ohms. It's a risky move, but one that pays in Rally Valley. Signs of gold intensify. A bed of rocks 30 feet early, and dozens of visible nuggets spark urgency. But it took this long to get running. I knew that I know that the gold is in there, but till you see it, man solves a lot of problems. Catch up real quick on the season. Good job, boys, good job. Monster Red is revived, albeit reluctantly, and after some clever engineering fixes, including a vital finger trap to stop rock rollbacks. Rick hits pay dirt again. 18,117. Oh, the storm is coming, but Rick is starting to thrive in it. Winter draws near, snow begins to fall, machines freeze, crews falter, yet Rick presses on. He takes bold chances, commandeering an extra pump, rallying his thinning team, even putting his girlfriend Elise in the driver's seat of a rock truck. Every move is desperate yet deliberate, and slowly the ounces start to stack. Another 2069. Oz then 39.3, and with Monster Red back at near full throttle, a jaw-dropping 181.0 hours by the time Rick crosses the 1,200 hour mark. The possible begins to feel inevitable. The final goal 2,000 is now in sight. Every repaired hose, every sleepless night, and every ounce of faith poured into the frozen earth begins to shine with golden promise. The machines may have tried to break him, but Rick Ness refuses to yield in the early stages of Rick Ness's most ambitious mining season. Yet a surprising moment of tranquility set the stage. With quiet expertise and surgical precision, Freddie, Juan, and Chris resolved what could have been a season derailing repair all in a single day. Their swift success yielded a solid gold reward and offered a rare moment of peace in an otherwise chaotic industry. But the calm was fleeting. Rick's next move was daring. He returned to the deep cut, a place that once disappointed, driven by the belief that the gold lay beneath his access road. That intuition led to success as 12,686 ounces of gold emerged from the hard-fought dig. It was the first true signal that the tides might turn. I'm ready to buy, I guess. Yeah, that's great. That's good news for us. Yeah, no, that's good news for me too. So, just to be clear, this is the down payment, and it's non-refundable, and we'll keep doing the royalty thing next season, and hopefully by the end you'll have it paid off. Still, the clock was ticking and the pressure was mounting in Rally Valley. Early signs pointed to a breakthrough. Rick's team uncovered bedrock sooner than expected, an omen of gold. A test plan revealed 25 to 30 nuggets. Infrastructure was urgently needed, and so is a dependable wash plant. Rick turned to Monster Red, investing not only in machinery but in hope. After modifications and a successful cleanup, netting 181,117 the season shifted from surviving to striving as winter crept closer and the Klondike wind sharpened. Rick doubled down. His father returned to help, adding emotional weight and seasoned muscle to the operation. Parker Schnabel, ever the strategic rival, entered the spotlight to his $15 million Dominion Creek gamble and new wash plant Rockin' sparked a technological showdown. But for Rick, the mission remained singular: gold. When water threatened to flood the cut, Rick acted fast, installing a pump and later taking a second one. Without permission, the gamble worked, yielding another 2069. Still time was slipping away. Electrical faults, collapsing cuts, and freezing temps tested the team's limits, yet week after week the numbers climbed. 39.3 O'Here 181. O'There Elise stepped up as an unexpected truck driver proving grit. Runs deep in Raleigh Valley, the crew now. Battle-hardened recovered. 1,247. Oh, they had found there are them. Their confidence and, most importantly, their gold with each cleanup they moved. Closer to the mythical 2,000-ounce mark. The stakes were monumental, but so was their belief as the season neared its final days. Rick Ness's small, but formidable crew kicked into overdrive. Led by newcomer Kyle Lawson and powered by Monster Red's rejuvenated performance. They began pulling in 315 a week. The transformation was remarkable. A crew that once struggled to stay afloat now threatened to rewrite the record books. With a new hopper feeder, stronger pumps, and streamlined equipment, Rick orchestrated his final act. Then came the moment of truth. A monumental cleanup revealed enough gold to not only reach, but surpass the elusive 2,000-ounce goal. Cheers erupted across Raleigh Valley. It was more than a win, it was vindication. Rick met with landowner Troy Taylor, confirming the purchase of the very ground he had blood fought and gambled on with the deal sealed. Rick wasn't just a miner, he was a landowner, a dreamer turned legend. As snow blanketed the valley, the machine slowed, but the legacy roared louder than ever against all odds. Rick Ness had done it. His season was not just about ounces, it was about heart, grit, and the courage to chase something extraordinary.